What's up? Good morning, Raider Nation. Happy freaking Thursday. May 14th, is it? I am the Commish, and this is your Raider Reaction morning show. Let's jump right in to touching on... We've touched on these first round draft picks over and over again. It's time to touch on some of the other additions to your 2020 roster. Let's take a free agent guy today, like maybe Nick Kwiatkowski. Brought in to help solidify a linebacker core that has been suspect and been a problem for Raider Nation for years, seasons. We've tried Perry Riley the Jr., Navarro Bowman, Vontaze Burfict. Now, I think we're really addressing the position with Corey Littleton and the likes of Nick Kwiatkowski, among others.
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm still in Chicago working out and training. We started virtual meetings, things like that. It's been good so far, it definitely takes a little more time mentally, watching film, going over notes, things like that. We don't get that experience of, getting on the field and doing it for real. So, you just got to get those extra minutes in the books, film. It's just a matter of communication. That starts before you even step in the field. Practicing, just kind of getting those calls out, working with everyone, just being able to communicate from the D-line all the way to the back end and just being smooth with it. Working together, growing together, having trust in one another. That's all things that, go into being a great group. So, I'm looking forward to building with those guys and working with them. Coach Gruden had called, he said during free agency that was a big selling point for me. Just being that first crop of guys that opened a new stadium, new city. There's a lot of exciting things around the organization, so I can't wait to be a part of it.
And then one of my favorite picks out of this year's draft, Amik Robertson, I think has the possibility to really be one of the steals. We were talking about this guy early in the third round, and the fact that we were still able to get him where we got him was just amazing and a huge value. Amik Robertson, I think, can be one of the steals of the 2020 draft.
They're getting a special player, obviously, but I think an even unique, neat, awesome young man. Amik's got talent, skills. He's got ball skills. I think he is a very unique player from a standpoint that he's probably one of the most passionate, one of the most committed football players I've been around. It is all about ball, and he absolutely loves the game. I think he brings an energy to practice every single day. It's like he walks on the practice field and it's like the only reason I got out of bed today was to go to practice. His confidence may be his biggest asset. As great as his ball skills are and his quickness and the things that he does on the field, but I think his competitive nature and his confidence are probably his two biggest strengths. He's one of those guys, don't tell him he can't do something. People want to look at his height, say he's not tall enough. He's going to rise to the challenge, but he has an incredible amount of confidence in his own abilities. But that comes because he's got a work ethic behind him. It's not a false confidence. He works at it as hard as anybody does. He's going to be out there doing his ladder drills and back pedal drills at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's truly a committed player, and I think that's where his confidence comes from. But he is a unique individual, but he absolutely loves this game, and I know how excited he is to have the opportunity not only to play in the NFL, but to have the opportunity to play for Coach Gruden and the Raiders.
And you know what? Just for the fuck of it, just 'cause, why not? Let's take a spin around the Death Star, shall we? is getting deep in the regular season for the 2020 Raider Reaction Offseason Madden Challenge, our PS4 league. The owners have been gaming at a mad pace. I'm actually going to make the playoffs this year, which is fucking amazing. I'm going to have the silver and black in the postseason. Didn't fare so well last year, but it's getting very, very intense. We've just finished up week 15. We've got one of the biggest matchups of the year going down this Sunday night, and I'm going to call it live. Commish Jr. is going to join me. We're going to call the game live. We've got 12-2 teams facing off. It's getting crazy. But first, before we go any further, let's see where we're at in the Power 5 of the 2020 Raider Reaction Offseason Madden Challenge. No changes in the Power 5 this week. They've all grabbed another victory and continued to step on up, but no changes have been made. The AFC leads the way with the top two, and then your three powerhouses in the NFC bring up. There's been a lot of talk which conference is better. The NFC seems to be more top heavy, but I think the AFC is getting a little bit of disrespect. They do house the only undefeated team. It's not like he hasn't played anybody. And it hasn't even been close against anybody. I think the AFC's getting a little disrespect, but we'll see. We'll see who rises and who's standing at the end. But right now, things are getting very, very crazy. So we've got to take a look at the standings. With only 2 weeks left, there are some teams that are still fighting for their playoff lives and holding on. Giants may be one of them. Undefeated Steelers still dominating the North, but the Bengals are still sitting in a wild card. Texans are running the South. Jags still fighting for a wild card. Jets are running the East, but the Dolphins have fallen off, losing 2 straight. Raiders look like they are about to lock up the West. The NFC North is by far the most interesting as the Packers and Vikings face off Sunday night at 12-2. Falcons have pulled to a 2-game lead in the South with 2 games to go. The Redskins with a 2-game lead, and the Giants holding on to hopes of a wild card, and the Cardinals sitting with a 2-game lead. Now it's time for the Week 15 Flash Prize. We're going to be giving that out. We're giving it out to the player of the week who has the best stat line. NFC, AFC, offensive and defensive players of the week. We look at all 4. We decide who has the best one. Who is the best one? That gets the Flash Prize, and they get to pick what they want. We still got 1 patch left, so this week's Flash Prize winner gets to pick between 60th anniversary patch and a Raider pop socket, along with some little Raider Reaction swag, or in your size, a Raider Reaction Deep Behind the Enemy Line t-shirt with pop socket. So you got the t-shirt and the pop socket, or the patch and the pop socket, whichever you would like. That's for our Flash Prize winner, week 15. And that Flash Prize winner was Chris Varavakis with DJ Metcalf, who just, just look at this stat lines. Tomorrow morning, we'll let you know what the upcoming Flash prizes are for Week 16. And remember, live Sunday night, we've got the big game between the 12-2 Vikings and the 12-2 Packers. Chris, our defending champ from 2019, who went undefeated last season, is sitting at 12-2. He's in the Power 5. He's sitting at number 4. Brian is sitting at number 3 in the Power 5. He is sitting at 12-2 with his Vikings. This is going to decide the division right here. It's a huge game. We're going to call it live Sunday night. So make sure you tune in for that. Here's the statistics, the individual statistics of how everybody's working this 2020 Raider Reaction Offseason Madden Challenge. Russell Wilson is the league's leading passer for the undefeated Steelers, leading the league in yards and touchdowns. Mitch Trubisky for Prime still leads the league in interceptions. Devontae Freeman for the 12-2 Vikings leads the league in rushing yards. The Eagles running back leads the league in touchdowns. Zach Ertz leads the league with 97 for the Raiders. Robbie Anderson for the Texans leads the league in receiving yards and touchdowns. Montez Sweat leads the league with 40.5 sacks for the undefeated Steelers. Ryan Shazier leads the league in interceptions. Marquise Brown is the return specialist with 3 kick returns and 1 punt return. It's time for Prime.
Yo, this is Prime, and the Prime Cut on the Raider Reaction Morning Show. I hope you tune in later to the extended cut. Tell you what, I'm going to have to break down the NFL. We finally got those schedules, and it looks like with the way things are going with sports in America today, man, those games are going to get played. Come hell or high water, man. That's how the NFL rolls, man. They just keep it going. So I got to just send a big shout out to Roger Goodell right now. Roger Goodell got it done. Man, when the NBA has to cancel everything, when Major League Baseball is postponed, so far this offseason, the NFL has not missed a beat. And for that, I got to give thanks to Roger the Hammer Goodell. If you don't recognize, that's cool. Man, he even embraced the booze, man, on a totally, digital draft. You know what I mean? Like, wow. I mean, they even cut away to guys that were booing during the draft, Roger Goodell, when he got announced. So, I mean, or introduced. But anyway, so big ups the NFL football right now. And, of course, the UFC. I might have to talk about a little UFC just because Greg Hardy. Anyone remember that guy? Well, now he's a force in the UFC. He was a D lineman there for the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. But now he's a MMA fighter. So, anyway, this quarantine has me looking rough. Come talk to me a little bit later tonight on the extended cut. And yeah, we'll break it down, division by division. This is Prime, and that's the Prime Cut. I'm out.
Oh, we had to have a D-bag of the day. You're damn right.
You, sir, are a fucking douchebag.
So today, I'm going to take the D-bag of the day. I'm going to touch on the folks that think our private group, the Raider Reaction Empire, the dark side, is their personal fucking swap meet, where they can just come set up shop, sell their wares, what other shit they decide to make in their garage or on their fucking little workbench with their fucking goddamn $1.99 fucking Walmart fucking tool belt. What they think they can go on there and fucking sell cans and other shit at their leisure. Like they're setting up shop under a fucking 10 by 10 canopy on the corner of a fucking 7-Eleven. Listen, it's a private group. It says what it is when you come in. And if you want to sell things, at least have the common decency to come ask first. And you know what? We just might say yes because there are people that do sell things in there. And we know these folks are legit and not screwing the members of Raider Nation who hang out in the dark side. So, to you that think you have some sort of right to just sell your shit anywhere the fuck you want, you, sir, are a douchebag. And now, to send you out on your Thursday, your Raider quote of the day. I work here at the Raiders. My position is basically what I make it. The legend, Jim Otto. Have a kick-ass Thursday, Raider Nation. Make sure to tune in tonight for Raider WAP, and we may just have a special surprise right after that. Until then, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation. Oh, and always fuck the donkeys.